the stock market is the greatest engine of wealth creation that capitalism has ever invented. And it's a travesty that in the greatest country in the world, 50% of people are not participating in that.
Dub is a mobile-first platform where users can actually replicate trades and portfolios of investors instead of picking individual stocks.
You have kind of the quintessential founder story that everyone aspires to, where you got into Harvard and then you dropped out because you had something even better to do than go to the most elite university. I want to hear about Dub, this app that you're working on that's now had almost 1 million downloads. What does it do? Explain to our viewers.
We actually just crossed 1 million downloads as of this week. And Dub is the very first copy trading platform where instead of picking stocks, you can pick someone else to invest on your behalf. And that's essentially what copy trading is. When you come onto the app, instead of trading individual stocks, you can choose from hundreds of different money managers. And when you copy trade them, you can take $10, just follow all their future trades that they're doing. So in many ways, it's like getting a wealth advisor, something that people with money are familiar with, where you can pick the expert to take care of your capital. And some of our most exciting and most in-demand portfolios recently have been our politician tracker strategies. And our Nancy Pelosi portfolio, I think as of today, is up almost over 100%, and that's over just a little over the past year. And that's beating the S&P 500 by a crazy margin, and really democratizing access to investing, where it's now, instead of trying to do research and pick a stock, it's as simple as a single tap of following someone else.
So what's in it for them? Because I think if I was up 218%, I'd want to keep it a secret. I'd want to be making all the money.
Yeah.
So why do they want to go onto your platform and disclose this fabulous strategy?
Absolutely. And the model we take behind is kind of like running a hedge fund. How do hedge fund managers get compensated for people investing in their hedge fund? They make money through management fees and performance fees, essentially by doing well and managing the money. And we've tried to bring a very similar model to that through what we call our top creator program, where the top traders on the app, or the top creators, can get compensated for managing money, quote unquote, or being copy traded. That's the vision of Dub. How do we bring access not just to regular Americans to get into investing more, but also to create this cohesive marketplace of money managers?
This is really sort of social media for investing. And over the last couple decades, we've seen social media has totally transformed the way that we interact with our peers, consume media, but we haven't really seen it touch finance in the same way. So it sounds like this is what Dub aims to do.
Absolutely. It's like almost TikTok meets Wall Street. And the big reason why I started the company was I watched and grew up in the era where my product decisions are heavily influenced by my social media consumption, Web 2.0 products, and really the influencer economy. And in 2021, when I was sitting in my dorm room trading crazy options, being on GameStop and watching Rory Kitty's live streams, that's what people were doing. They were following these individuals who had built enough influence to drive decisions in the market. And that's the exact feeling we want to capture in our product, where, hey, if you're watching someone you really believe what they're doing, instead of trying to go to your brokerage account and do it yourself, could we make it as simple as a single tap of the button, as simple as investing in a stock to mirror what someone else is doing?
Is your thesis then that you're not encouraging people to pick individual stocks, you're encouraging them to follow people who maybe have a little bit more information than they do, or who can provide that insight in their portfolio?
Absolutely. And even a small edge and more Americans getting into investing can compound over time. If we can move the needle by 1% on people getting more into investing, we would have increased GDP, global GDP, by trillions of dollars. Think about this, Lydia. There are 50% of Americans that still do not own a single stock today. Wow. It's scary. They care about their egg prices. They care about what the day-to-day gas prices are. That's what impacts their lives. And if we can get people to participate in the markets and that cross that 50% gap, think about how much more care they would put in the future of America versus just looking at tomorrow's egg prices, right? And that is, think about it, the stock market is the greatest engine of wealth creation that capitalism has ever invented. And it's a travesty that in the greatest country in the world, 50% of people are not participating in that.
Some people have access and an edge. We want to make sure that you have access to that too, is something that resonates with people.
Absolutely. And if you look at this even broadly beyond finance today, that message has never resonated more. We're living in one of the most polarized ages, past 2-3 months, we've ever been in, right? Look at what Doge and Trump, the new policies, the tariff schism and how it's impacting the economy. And there's this big difference that's really coming up between Main Street and sort of Wall Street. And I think the sentiment that people have an edge over the greater population is really, really strong. And I want to do my work in a nonpartisan way to sort of deliver value for all sides of the column.